Every day seems to end up with taking the boat for a walk. Ah, lovely. Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from asortofinterestinlife.com and you're joining me on a beautiful day on good old Narrowboat Tilly here, and we're about to have the super duper boat life blog update. Yes, I know I still need to come up with a much better name for it than that, but moving swiftly on. So, how's life been on the canal for the last month or so? There's a few things that I can say, but nothing will sum it up more than, well, the scenery and clips that you're about to see. But it's got to be said, the weather. Oh, I don't know if you can tell just how perfect a day it is by how everything's got light pouring in through every single window and made it very difficult to get a nice picture of me on the screen that isn't either all in utter shadow or just completely bleached out by sunlight. So, you don't want to look at my ugly mug for too long, so I think we'll go straight to some nice clips of the scenery of the canal and then talk about all the general fun and games that's been going on, because it has been a fantastic month. The canal that we're going to be looking at today is a mixture of the Montgomery and the Llangollen. This is just at the top of the Montgomery, and what a canal the Montgomery is. It's just absolutely perfectly rural and quiet. This is back up on the Llangollen, and if you've seen my previous videos you'll know that I really do love it down there because it's just so rural. You're surrounded by countryside. They only let 12 boats a day maximum down there, so even then you don't see, well, what I've seen on some days is basically no boats, such as the day that you've probably seen my previous video where me and my friend Mike boated all the way up the top stretch of the Montgomery, and one of our other friends randomly turned up on his bike after scouring miles upon miles of canal to find us, a very leaky loch that we're looking at here. And it just has been that perfect sort of summer's come in, been boating with me shirt off, calm down everybody, and that to me is the sure sign that things are on the up. And of course, because spring's coming, you've got all of the towpath starting to go very green and cow parsley and lots of overhanging hedges. You can see, of course, we've got a lot of ducklings about. Swan was just there at night tapping on the window. Well, not tapping, but causing enough kerfuffle outside for me to have a look and see what was going on. And of course, the kayak's been in full flow. When you look up to a sky like that from a place like this, and then realise that we're sitting on the bank of the canal with our feet in a kayak, these are the sorts of things that really do ram home just how much it's like a completely different world and a completely different life to what I used to live. When on a day like this, my worst nightmare would have been not being able to get the glare off the computer screen or off the TV screen. Well, we're here at one of these incredibly small locks, a few of them dotted around the place. As you can see, there's practically no difference. Once again, I'll just say, it's always a good boat trip day when you've got Mr. Manning on board and all sorts of boating to do. But when you end with an unexpected third person, my goodness me, we've still got a good old bike trip back yet. Speaking of bike rides, that's nicely segued us into the biking section, and I really just wanted to throw a few clips like this in to show you just how rural the places that I bike and walk down are when I'm getting further and further away from where I work and where my family are at the moment, as I'm cruising up and away, goodness knows to Whitchurch and beyond. And you can see that when you have this as your sort of beginning and ending of your day on your commute, you can understand why I just love it. And I've been adding in a few extra miles to me trips in and out of work, and it really just is fantastic. I can see a posh cat. Hello there, posh cat, how are you? This, however, is how hair-raising some of the biking is on the towpath at night. Very thin and some good overhanging foliage now. And moving into a little bit more walking, this is back up Biddulph Tower. I've done a video from up here, E-Foil, I think the mountain is pronounced. And this is a much better weather than when I was last up here in January. And as you can see, again, this is just everything that I absolutely love about the outdoors and why I try and spend so much time out and about. This here, don't try this at home, is down an abandoned mine, which we will see more of very soon, because, as you're about to see, there's a fascinating thing of actually getting to see bats up close in there for once. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that, Now that the summer's getting back here, and like I say, me nan and granddad's caravans open and in full swing, they've been heading out there every now and then for a couple of nights. So as you can see here, this is in their house, and this is the dining room where I like to set up my recording studio and get all my videos edited in a nice peaceful environment. So I definitely make the most out of that. And of course, if I hop about 2 seconds over the road, homemade pizzas, wow, thanks mum. I've been podcasting and doing voiceovers all morning, so I think it's time to hop in the bath. Yes, the life of luxury I'm not used to anymore. Got some Mountain Dew, got some audiobooks, and I think it's time to stop filming. This is a place that's got some very good memories for me personally. This is in what I call the first field that you may have seen in other videos. The first field you step into when you walk out of Oswestry, at least in this direction of course. And this tree is somewhere that for years and years I have come out to. And back in the old days I used to fetch me Kindle out here, have me dinner, like get a pasty on the way through town, and just sit along up here and just read a few pages of a book. And one time while I was up here, a squirrel started running around below, which he had the fright of his life when he started to rise upwards a little bit and then met me. But yeah, once again, these are the sort of places that my childhood, and really not childhood, my general sort of should know better and should have grown out of it years, have been spent out in places like this. Beautiful though. Absolutely stunning day as always. And as we have a look around one of my favourite panoramas from up one of the local hills to Oswestry, really where I grew up, I always take every opportunity I can to get back up into these hills. Absolutely love it. And back to me on the boat to wrap things up and say thank you very much for watching. As always, thank you very much to everybody who's liking these videos and sharing them and all the general sort of getting the word out there. It really helps a huge amount. As well, I would say thank you so much once again for everybody who's been following these videos, whether it's for weeks, for months or for years. Passing the 1 million views mark again, that's just amazing, and I can't tell you how humbling it is to start to deal in 7-figure digits. It's just incredible. So I hope that I can keep posting things that you all enjoy and make it worth your while to tune in. As always, feel free to subscribe, like the Facebook page for random boaty pictures, and also feel free to add my personal account on Facebook and on Twitter if you want to see more boaty pictures and general life updates from the canal. Hopefully you'd enjoy those too. And finally, the last plug that I always have to do, check out my books for the Kindle, The Narrowboat Lad and The Narrowboat Lad Living the Dream, only £1.53. Hopefully you'll enjoy those. If not, I can only apologise, and I wonder if there might be another one coming out soon. So, moving swiftly on, I'll say thank you all so much for watching as always. Hopefully you'll have a fantastic week, a fantastic few days, a fantastic month, however long it is until you next tune into one of these videos. Enjoy it, and hopefully you'll have some good weather to do that in. And until the next time, have a great day, and I will see you around soon. Farewell.